Hey Internet, I'm Mr. Epsilon. I'm a big fan. I love your videos. Congratulations to turning to deism, and I totally agree with what you were saying in this video. You have to look at the actual words, most definitely. That's the main thing that I agree with. I hate how so many people don't actually look at the Bible, don't actually read the Bible. They believe in it, but they don't actually read it. It's like the most devout Christians that you can find will have images of Jesus up on their wall and things like that, the image of God, like tattooed on their arm or something, They'll go to extreme measures like that. They'll have photos everywhere. And it's really almost like the opposite because what is the second commandment? You won't have any graven images. You won't bow down to anything like that. What do most Christians have around their neck? Crosses, symbology, things like that. That's not what the original message was about. It's like Chinese telephone. You get to the end of the message and it's completely distorted from what it was at the beginning. It's completely different. And most definitely about the morality thing. Oh my god. I definitely like to hear a bit more about what you meant about the two different types of morality that you believe in. For me, and this was Jacques Fresco who came up with the idea. His name is spelled Jaquues space Fresco. Yeah, that's how you spell it. And he's the one who came up with this idea that morality comes from your environment. And when you think about it, it's really stupid because you should automatically realize that. It should be intuitive. And it kind of is. But you don't really put it together until, yeah. But anyway, so what he says is morality comes from your environment, right? Everything, and everybody agrees with this, that everything that happens to you molds you into the person that you become. You become a person based on all the experiences that you had before, all the things that are around you, the things that you have, like, the things that you're capable of getting to and seeing. You would never think of a color that doesn't exist. It's not possible. Like, tribes in Africa who have never seen a white man before couldn't even grasp the concept. They would be so confused, and obviously they were when we came here. But besides that, um, so yeah, morality. It comes from your environment. When you become like he did this really cool example where it's like in these African tribes, if you were to have 10 shrunken heads and somebody came up to you and said, does it really bother you to have 10 shrunken heads? Because it would bother me to have little dead skulls of faces of actual people just like hanging there, like on display, right? Like as a trophy. And he would say, yeah, it does bother me. My brother has 20 of them. And this is what Jacques Fresco said. And it really just like, wow, we should have gotten this. Like, how did people not get this? Morality is different for everybody. Your values will be different from everybody. It may be similar, you may have the same edges, don't kill, don't steal, those kind of things, they're the same, but you're gonna have tiny little differences. To take extreme differences, serial killers can kill people without any remorse. It's not that they're immoral, it's that their morality is different. Their environment from which they grew up is different. They didn't access the same kind of things as the rest of us did. And that's why so many people in a condensed environment act so alike. And it's obvious really, but it actually took him saying that for me to realize it. And yeah, so that's my answer to when Christians bring up that that defense. It's like their last defense, their last line of defense. Because most people would say, oh, well, it's chemicals in the brain, but we haven't actually figured out all the chemicals in the brain, so you can't say, oh, it is the chemicals in the brain. You can't say that as a fact, and that's how they get you. But I go with this answer, and I think it's a very logic answer. I think it makes a lot of sense, and I'd like to hear what you think about it. And again, I'd like to hear more about what you thought about your two different moralities. I'd like to hear more about that.